Yeah, it's about believing in something. The whole world, Worldymania. This is what this is about. It's about starting the Worldymania. They saved my life. It's real. They're reviving me. They're giving me so much drive. And so much peace and so much fun. I mean, they're incredible. I'm mind blown by the Worldys ever since. I find them so stylish and so interesting. And now someone can see how they are being created and the process and how interesting that is. I mean, if somebody builds their own worldy, it could be a new tribe.
This is the VIMOSA Virtual Museum of Survival Art, Anti-Discrimination and Science, www.theisolationarts.com. Here you can navigate with the little worldy, or you go /worldy. And why this is not vimosa.com, but theisolationarts.com, you can find out in the news and infos room. There's a Q&A, very quick, fast overview of things that you might want to know and learn, and everything else is there. You can find this in the newsroom. But here is the worldy room, and there's the familia room. Here are the tribes, and if you would come up with a new tribe, I'm going to add this, and you will be credited for this. It's just the VIMOSA, it's all in the making. Every room is in the making. It's my life's work. It's huge. And so Worldys, they have so many stories, and there's so much to it that is not yet added.
And the end move. The HAPP flip.
Ah, the HAPP flip. The HAPP flip starts as back, front or side flip, yet distorted by a hippie hap. It's another trick. The HAPP flip is impossible for any being but little Hap, because his eyes make 50% of his volume. Imagine a human with eyes 50% of the volume. Allowing a fictive kind of movement ability in the air with speedy sudden turns beyond human physics. The HAPP flip.
The HAPP flip is in the making for over 1 year.
And there are also new tribes by now that are not added now. New tribes like the Worldian tribe, the alien Worldys, so stylish and so funny and creative. And there are the Mousy tribe is new. There's Mousy is a Worldy, but now there's a whole Mousy tribe, and they all will get their own name. So Mousy, it's a Mousy from the Mousy tribe.
You know, that's original worldy are the globes, of course. If you find globes, I'm collecting them. I'm always when I'm hunting for these globes. You know, I have all sorts of globes, and but other than that, for example, very cheap solutions to build a worldy is something like this. You know, this was just some on top of some Sprados, and a very simple world ducky. He's from the jumper tribes, but he's kind of not really jumping, but he's rather wobbling for $1 or something, yeah. And into this guy. These are some kind of. I have found these eyes. I bought these eyes. Now he has this little hats, little caps, and I again with the acrylic colors just painted. And these can be sticked on with the super glue. That's really very important for me when I work with this stupid super glue. Then you can really get this off. But careful, don't rip off your complete skin. Just rip off the super glue. This is glue for this pistol usually. So if you have a pistol, it's best. But I use this with this glue. I fix a lot, and sometimes when the eyes fall off, sometimes also these black, this foam mat that has a stick that gives, it's all in these cheap stores that you can stick this, you know, here. So, and that's when I use the scissors and cut them. Used for the mouse. Yeah, you can, and then also glued or with some stitches, and but the pipe cleaners, of course, they are the simplest and perfect kind of version. Now I want to show you this. This is kind of really, they rarely have this one, but it's so important. Yeah, you can see this. You can see it here. This is the super big giant worldy, and when one builds a worldy, the headphones, they are just super important. They're at least the options to have this. Build them by simply cutting one of them in half. How I cut this in half. Very careful, children. Yeah. From this one here, curving it, just sticking it in. Sometimes also a little cut with the knife. Sometimes, as you can see here with the eyes, I find this very, very stylish. There are these glamour glicks sticks. Yeah, you can use them for the eyes sometimes. This is Christmas. From Christmas, you can get this today. In this time, you can get these. The Worldyians are great. And this was a finger skateboard. I cut this and glued this into it with the glue. And this is not a product, this is soul. Usually the worldies, they have to have the soul activation quests. Two quests for a sort of worldy soul. This is just when somebody is asked, yo, is this a real worldy? Then somebody who only did the two quests has to say, sorta. And then everyone knows what this means. This means
Lazy! It means lazy! It means you park your car or bobby car on the spot for the disabled. It means you don't answer Insta messages from sweet stranger souls. It means you are in love with Mr. Burns ignoring Smithers. It means you are actually Burnsy, and we all know what it means. You are the devil himself, and you invented hell. A world where people avoid doing 100 worldy quests just because they can't stand waiting so long for the purest innocence. A piece of me? Okay, this time you get away with it. Still, you're gonna miss out on a candlelight dinner with me and 100 worldies. WORLDYMANIA!
usually 100 quests for a full worldy soul, but everyone who's struggling, especially mothers with children, get the free, full, true worldy soul just by creating your worldy, and I grant you hereby. The world is a name, and now I'm This is Ingo Bank! Panic. This is the isolation artist. And the world is... We are not jackass. We can't do this. What are we going to say? This is Izo and the Worldys, and this is the Worldys. This is not Izo and the Worldys, I'm just Izo. And this is the Worldys. Actually, these are just 2 of the 500 Worldys. And we're performing the upside down firecracker lighting up face nut beard burner. And we're performing the upside down cracker necker beard burner butthole. I think this is it. Okay, guys? Yeah. Yeah, it's actually really. Woo. That's really. Woo. How am I going to do this? Okay, I have to figure out this here. Okay. Okay, go.